wait for people to get signed on here. I'm gonna wait for people to get signed on here. And then we can start. I'm not going to be live for long tonight. I know I say that a lot, but I'm probably only going to be on for about a half hour or so. Well, we got one like, but nobody. Now we got 2 people in. Hey, Sharush. Oh, while we're waiting, you can get your merch at the merch store. Get your Tool Squatch merch. Pat, Doug, what up? John Doe. All right, now that we got some people in here we go. I never bring politics onto this channel. And this has nothing to do with politics. This has to do with, hi, Sayer. Hi, Denny. Austin, what's up? Juan, hello. This isn't going to be me telling you my political views, okay? But no matter somebody's political views, what happened today is just not acceptable. I tell you what, I haven't felt this way in a long time. I think the last time I felt this way was back on 9/11 when I was in English class, 10th grade year. Mr. Curtis's English class when they flew them planes into that tower. And I almost enlisted into the Army because of that. My brother was already in the Army. You know, my stepfather was in the Army. My grandfather fought. So I felt like I had a duty back then. And I actually went and talked to a recruiter and all that type of stuff. And my mom begged me not to go. Literally cried, begged me, so I didn't. I stayed home. Yes, Austin, it makes me sick too. But what happened today? I can't even put in the words. I watched the video. I instantly got sick. Instantly. If someone speaks ill of today's, immediate, very good one. I agree. If anybody comes on here today making fun of Charlie Kirk or his families or says some off-the-wall shit, you're gone. You're never coming back. I don't care if you've been a loyal subscriber, you're gone. And I wasn't even a big Charlie Kirk fan. When the guys told me, I found out the news when I was live with you guys today. That's how I found out. They're like, Sayer said something like, Charlie Kirk just got shot and died. And I'm like, who's Charlie Kirk? It didn't register right away. And then all you guys were like, seriously, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then when the kid that works at the bowling alley came in and said it, and he explained who it was, I'm like, oh my God. No. Yeah, exactly, Caleb. Yeah, John Doe, I agree. Was I a huge Charlie Kirk supporter? No. I agreed with some of the stuff he said, and I thought some of his stuff was a little out there, but that's okay. Okay? That's okay to have an opinion. And the fact that he was going college campus to college campus, debating young people and trying to inject some type of common sense maybe into their brains, I commend him for that. Now, Do I agree with a lot of what he has said? I don't. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. But some of the stuff I did agree with. But the man shouldn't have lost his life for it. He's got 2 little kids, a wife. He's 31. He's fucking 8 years younger than me. Where have we gone as a country where it's okay to shoot and kill somebody because you don't agree with his values? Even that coming out of my mouth sounds so stupid, doesn't it? It's almost like I want to take America and shake them and say, grow the fuck up. If you can't handle the man telling you his values, you showed up to his event that he put on, right? So you showed up. The reason why you showed up is because you wanted to argue with the man. He allowed you to argue with him. He gave you his side of the story. He let you speak your side of the story. At the end of the 15 minutes, you both went your separate ways. How did that turn into what happened today? I'll tell you how. It's the goddamn major news networks. And I'm not excluding any of them. All of them. MSNBC, NBC, CBS, ABC, Fox. I'll go on and on. It's all of these major news networks, 24/7 news. Whoever invented 24/7 news is an idiot. Not only that, you got all this fake shit all over social media. So I blame them. It's this, they got this constant hatred for one side or the other, and it's been going the last 10 years, and now it's starting to boil over, and people are losing their lives. It's not right. It bothers the absolute hell out of me. Apache, you didn't know what happened? Well, maybe I don't know if you're, I don't know. And I don't like to talk politics on this channel. I usually don't. I stay out of politics. I think tons of politicians are nothing but backstabbing liars. 90% of them. But he wasn't a politician. He was an influencer, yes, but he was not a politician. Maybe somewhere later down in his life, he would have maybe became a politician. But we'll never know because he's gone. Because he spoke his mind and his core values to people. And one crazy person didn't like it, and now he's dead. 2 kids don't have a father, a mother, a wife doesn't have a husband, a mother and father don't have a son. How crazy is that? Chrome Floorjack told me he fought the guy who did it and got banned for it. Yeah, that Chrome dude is fucking... I don't think he's 12 years old either. I think he's one of those wackos that I'm talking about right now. He's one of those wackos. I don't know, I just had to get that off my chest. I haven't, like I told you guys, I haven't felt this way since 9/11, when all that happened. Souls, that guy was spamming Josh. Yeah, I know, I had to block him. He just wouldn't stop. I don't know. I just had to get that off my chest. That's all I wanted to say. Where have we gotten as a country where you can't speak your... Listen, you want to chop your dick off? If you want to chop your dick off and you're a born male and you want to go be a female, I don't give a fuck. Does not bother me in any way. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with my family. It does not affect me in any way. But what does affect it is when you start putting kids into it and you start saying, okay, 10-year-old, 9-year-old, you're a little boy. Do you want to be that's where I think it's fucked up. I could care less what a grown adult wants to do with their body and their life. I don't care. I have never cared. When you start injecting this shit into young people's minds, this is the type of shit you're going to see from now on. Crazy motherfuckers is what you're going to start seeing. Will accept my free choice to not accept you. Done deal. 2 genders and 2 only. Yeah, sure. But, you know, at the end of the day, too, let them have it. I could care less. You want to fuck around with your gender and all that type, go right ahead. Just stay away from the youth of this nation. Stay away from the future. All these movements have no meaning behind them. They're just, all these movements are just hatred movements. This is probably going to be a little controversial, but Black Lives Matter. What the fuck have they done for the African American person? What has Black Lives Matter done for them? Absolutely nothing. Exactly, Apache. Exactly. That's what I mean. Don't try to tell me what to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do. How about this? If everybody just minded their own fucking business today, this shit wouldn't be happening. If everybody wasn't always up somebody's ass about something. Like, holy cow. Okay, Charlie Kirk was a big fan of not having abortions, right? That was like one of his most passionate subjects that he would never budge on, okay? And that's fine, okay? I don't get why he had to die because that's how he felt. He was a devoted Christian, all that type of stuff, and that's all good stuff. But at the end of the day, too, some people may not be devoted Christians. Some people may have another religion. You know where I'm going with this. At the end of the day, people just need to mind their own fucking business. You can like it, John Doe. You can like his anti-abortion stance. That's what makes all of this great. You know what I mean? You don't have to agree with everybody on every single thing. And I don't even know where to go anymore. Like, I mean, he did say some goofy stuff, John Doe. I mean, he said that abortion was worse than the Holocaust. I mean, let's be honest, that wasn't one of his most brightest moments, okay? And it probably came out in the heat of the argument. Like, we all say shit we don't mean when you're arguing with somebody. Because when you're arguing with somebody, 2 people are just yelling at each other and they're not listening. They're just yelling. Nobody's listening. They just keep firing back. I agree, Sayer. Now, as humans, we're not going to like certain people, okay? We're not going to like certain personalities. We're not going to like certain people, how they carry themselves. We are human. We're not on this earth to fucking like everybody. But God, excuse my French, but God damn it, can we at least coexist? And not have what's been happening these last 10 years? These mass school shootings. President Trump almost getting assassinated. Charlie Kirk today. When does it stop? And then all that happens is one side argues about gun control and the other side says Second Amendment. And all they do is fight, and nothing ever gets done on the things that matter. Kids should not be being blown away in schools every month like it's a normal thing. You know how easy it is to fix that solution? You put armed people in the schools, every school across the country. I don't give a fuck how much money it would cost. You sure could hand out all the freebies during COVID and spend trillions on fucking scumbags, right? But god damn it, you can't fucking sit there and spend a couple of $1 trillion to make sure fucking kids are fucking safe? Give me a fucking break. We've gone mad. We've gone crazy. We have lost our core fundamentals and our core values of what really matters. We're too worried about upsetting fucking Sally Sue, who just chopped his dick off, more than saving the future of this country. I'm going to tell you a story. Not only that, how dumb this country has gotten. How insanely stupid we are as a nation right now. I was making a point, Milan. My assistant manager at Pet Boys, she is 24 years old. Go figure, right? She is 24 years old and has never changed a tire in her life, but she's my assistant manager. Whatever. Won't be for long, we'll just say that. I fixed the clock because the battery terminal on the clock got corroded. I took that one off, I put a new one on, I put a new battery, and I fixed the clock. It had been broken for like 6 months. Nobody would fix it. I went up front and I said, yo, you guys didn't even notice that the clock's been working the last couple of days. And she looked at me and said, well, I never know what that clock says because I don't know how to read it. And I thought she was joking. I started laughing. Like, I thought she was being a smartass, right? And she goes, Josh, no, seriously, I don't know how to read it. I got to look at a digital clock to know what time it is. And I said, you don't know what that says right now. So I literally stopped doing what I was doing, and for the next 10 minutes, I showed her how to tell time on a clock. And at the end of it, it's like a light bulb went off. She goes, oh, is that what customers mean when they say like 1:15 or 2:30? I'm like, yes. I'm not going to mention her name, but yes. How stupid have we gotten to where our youth don't even know how to tell time on a clock? We are failing our younger generation so badly. And then we always just want to put the blame on the younger generation. Oh, they're lazy, they're this, they're that. Well, if nobody's fucking showed them the way, it's really hard to know how to do anything. You know who taught me? You know who taught me how to tell time? My grandfather and my mother. I wasn't being taught by a teacher on how to read a clock. You know who taught me how to read a ruler? My grandfather. Not a teacher in shop class, which doesn't even exist anymore. Shop class doesn't even exist anymore in high schools. My grandfather taught me. So at some point, parents and guardians need to start taking responsibility for teaching their kids everyday necessary shit. Oh, I'm getting so pissed, even talking about this shit. All right, let me get caught up here, guys. I'll calm down a little bit. Jake, it's a mental health crisis, but it's self-inflicted wound and a self-diagnosed mental crisis from the radical left. I don't like calling people out, but that's the group it's coming from. May I say something? I wish I could say what I want to say. I don't have enough space on this chat. Only allows 400 letters, but I'll say it in the Discord. Just say an abbreviated version of it, Steve. What's my favorite thing about streaming? I just like showing tools and talking to my guys here. Y'all know who you are. That's another thing. I mean, people, Palestine, Israel, yeah, you know, I get it. But at the same time, whatever, people are going to have opinions on each side. Some people are going to agree with this side. Some people are going to agree with that side. I don't know what the fuck we're doing anymore. It's like one big argument every day for the last 10 years. Exactly. That's my point, Kansas. That's exactly my point. A difference of opinion does not mean the guy gets blasted away in front of 5,000 people so his kids can go back and watch how it all happened and his wife is now probably crushed. I mean, it's just, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. It's not right. And go figure, the guy's on the loose. They ain't ever catching that guy. Whoever did this was a trained professional. He was a trained professional. I know it. I feel it in my heart. And I'm not going to say other stuff because I have some views on it. But whoever did this was highly trained. And I'm just going to tell you, they ain't going to find him. And whoever they do put the blame on probably isn't going to be the right guy. They already fucked up. They already brought somebody in for questioning and it wasn't even close to being the guy. Did you see the thing saying that all tape measures are different lengths? What do you mean, dude? Of course it was planned and coordinated. 110%. Read your comment? What do you mean, read your comment? Read my comment. Jesus Christ, Pat. Read my comment. Why don't you just put your comment in again, bud? Like, holy cow. Like, I'm scrolling from, like, yeah, just put your comment in again. I'm not scrolling all the way down, guys. Yeah, 2 different people they brought in were caught and released. Yeah, because they don't have the guy, because the guy who did it is a ghost, and he's never going to be caught. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. Tape measures are known to vary between brands and models. Yeah, it's like a sneaker. I mean, not by much, though. If you get a cheap tape measure, you're going to get a little bit different readings. But these lines on here, is that what you guys took away from me saying who taught me how to read a tape? I mean, that's kind of the furthest from what I was trying to say, but yeah, I mean, of course they do. Yep, exactly. Yep, they do. They do. You get one of them junky tapes that are kind of wonky down here, you know what I mean? And you will get different readings. You will get different measurements. Funny guy hidden by Ott's Plumbing. Well, I'm kind of glad that Ott's on that. Yeah, I know, Jamie. I know you were. All right. So I had to get that off my chest. And I'm not some big creator. I barely got 8,300 subscribers. But if any one of those, you know, if anybody in those 8,300 fucking cool it a little bit, well, then this was worth it. Funny guy, fuck you, plain and simple. What did he say, Steve? I didn't even see what he said. All I saw is that you blocked him. He must have said something fucked up. Always start at the base. That's what she says, Jamie. And honestly, guys, this is coming from a guy who wasn't a huge Kirk supporter. Did I watch his stuff on Facebook and stuff like that? Sure, I did. Did I agree with everything he said? No, I probably only agreed with maybe 50, 60, 70% of what he said. There's some stuff I thought he was a little loony on. Like, And isn't that the issue when it comes to everything? It's either I'm right or I'm wrong. There is no, okay, I'm here, this person's here. Can we somehow talk it out a little bit and get to here so that we can coexist? I mean, why do you think marriage is one of the, why do you think there's so many divorce, like some 86% of marriages end in divorce? That's a staggering number. You want to know why mine and Christina's marriage has lasted 11 years and we've been together almost 15 years now? It's because there's give and take in our relationship. I know what makes her tick. She knows what makes me tick. We both support each other. We both are completely different people, guys. I'm more on the conservative side, even though I'm not a full-blown conservative. I'm more in the middle, but I lean a little bit towards the right, okay? She leans a little bit more towards the left. Does that make Christina a horrible human being because she's technically a Democrat on her voting card? You guys all love Christina, right? Every last one of you guys love Christina, right? But she's a registered Democrat. So does that change your viewpoint of who Christina is as a person? And vice versa if she was a Republican or a conservative? Oh, that's it. We're fighting. I'm going off the grid. But you can hear her up there vacuuming with the Ryobi vacuum. But, you know, oh, God. So how does a Democrat and a guy that leans more to the right and a woman that leans more to the left able to coexist in a marriage for 15 years and not be divorced and actually be happy and love each other and wouldn't know what either one of us would do without one another? I'll tell you how. Because that shit don't matter to us. We treat people how they treat us, and we view people based on their actions, not on what not what they are or what they aren't. My parents realize both parties are the same, but are conservative, but on their card, they're neutral. Yeah, technically on my card, I am a registered voter as a independent. But I do lean a little bit to the right. There are some stuff on the right I think that they're dead wrong about. But that's my opinion. Do I fucking go and fucking want to shoot somebody in the head because some Trump-loving guy who agrees with everything that comes out of that man's mouth is gold? No. No, I don't even argue with him because it's not worth my time or my sanity. It's just not worth it. I don't care what he feels or what his views are. That's him. Nick T. Josh just bought the rigid framing nailer. Can't wait for it along with 15-degree nailer. And you're right. There's no perfect in anything. People must communicate. Yes. Where is Christina? No Wi-Fi for her liking. Nah, you can hear her. She's upstairs vacuuming with the Ryobi vacuum. This is like the shooting 2 weeks ago where the trans guys shot the Catholic school while they were celebrating Mass. That's awful. Those little Catholic kids were just celebrating our Lord. Yeah, I know. It is awful. Guess what? A plane flies and it has a left wing and a right wing. Yep. I used to register as an independent, but stopped voting because voting is pretty useless. I don't know if it's useless, but I get what you're saying. It's not like it once was. I do get what you're saying there. You can't force a Democrat to work. That's mean, Josh. Well, I mean, my wife's a Democrat, and she works about 70 hours a week, She busts her balls. It's 12 o'clock at night. She's up there vacuuming the house, cleaning the dishes. I don't know if there's a more hardworking person than my wife. So we got to stop putting people in this. We got to stop putting people in this section, in this section, in this section, and just judge it off of each individual case. And accept people for who they are, not what they are or aren't. And I tell you, when I started doing that a little while ago, a lot of stuff made a lot more sense to me. He shot up the school because Catholicism doesn't accept his trans. Exactly. Now, does that make him right? No, it doesn't make him right at all. It makes him horribly wrong. I'm forcing her to vacuum. No, I'm not. With a Ryobi, yeah. I know, Apache. I know you're joking. No, she's not a communist, Steve Ott. No. Yeah, that too. I agree with Kansas. Why are we the world police? I mean, we got people hurting over here and we're worried about all these other conflicts that have been going on for centuries. And when's enough enough? They're just gonna keep fighting. People are gonna fight. It's part of our history. Let them fucking do whatever the fuck they want to do. As long as they're not fucking with us, go ahead, have at it. Yeah, I tell you what, Apache, we had 3 shark vacuums in a year and a half. Each one of them broke. I've had that Ryobi since last Christmas, and it's still going strong. Yeah, it is exhausting. But here's the thing, though, right? Why can't we just talk about it? We're just talking about it. You know, maybe if more people just did what we were all doing here, no matter what your views are, what your goals in life are, no matter what your anything is, nationality, race, it doesn't matter. Why can't we all just talk like normal human beings and not have it be exhausting? You know what I mean? Yeah, I agree too, Nick. I agree. Listen, I got some best friends that are super far left people, and I got some best friends that are super far right people. It don't matter to me. I don't even ask people what their political affiliation is because I could care less. I could honestly care less. I know what I stand for. That's what I vote for, and that's where it ends. I'm kind of out of words, guys. I'm out of words. And if y'all, I don't know if any of you saw the actual footage of him getting shot. It was some of the most sickening footage I think I've ever seen in my life. Besides watching them towers crash into them planes crash into them towers on September 11th, 2001. And watching people literally, they would rather jump out of a skyscraper than be inside that living hell that was the World Trade Center some 24 odd years ago, to the day now, to the day. How ironic is that? Almost to the day this happened. And my grandfather's birthday is today, September 11th. I should be thinking about my grandfather and going to go visit his grave. And instead, we're talking about this, and I don't know. I have PTSD, so my day was horrible, to say the least. I know, buddy. I hear you, dude. I know it's 9/11. It's 12:04 at night where me and you live, Pat. That's why I said that. Really, Dave? It's your son's birthday today, too, on 9/11? Well, good people were born on 9/11. Because my grandfather was probably the best person I ever knew. So, and I miss him a lot. Are you talking about Pearl Harbor, John Doe? Is that what you're trying to talk about? We're all just kind of confused of what you're talking about, buddy. Yep, 24 years ago, we did have a horrific accident in this country, but we're still all here. And guess what happened after that? As horrible as that was, I don't think I've ever been a part of a more patriotic, USA first, love your neighbor than those, whatever, 5, 6 years after that happened. And then somehow we have lost our way here. You know, you had the big, collapse of the stock market in 08, and I think people got on really hard times, and we were fighting a war, and I think right around the 2010s, we started losing our way a little bit, and now it's come to this, and I don't like it. Me too, Steve. Not even patriotic, just people respecting one another. If you were an American, you were a brother. You know what I mean? People just respected people during that time. I don't think people respect people anymore. They don't. I worked in Littleton, Colorado when the Columbine shooting happened. You know, I remember that happening. I was in school, in middle school, when that happened. And that was like the first time something like that had happened. And sadly, that has set a precedent for the next guy to up that guy, and then the next guy to up that guy. And maybe if there wasn't 24/7 news constantly, I really do think the people that do this, they have attention problems and they just want to be noticed. And their life is so, how do I say this? There's something wrong in their life and their brain and their mental health. And they feel if they do that, then they can be noticed and they'll go down in the history books forever. And then their life is worth something. As bad as that sounds. Yeah, Nick, I agree. There's no more respect anymore. You've been live for a little bit. Well, I just went live about a half hour ago, Eddie. I didn't have a video today. I didn't have it in me today. After all this shit that went down today, I just didn't have it in me today. And I may not have one tomorrow. I did post my Vivor inspection camera video, but I had already had that all edited and set up to post today. But I didn't put any shorts out today. You know, I'd rather go back to the frickin' 80s. I mean, this isn't right. 15-second reviews have a reason. Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. All right. You guys all good? You got anything you want to say before we get out of here? Too bad in the 80s I was just a little runt. I'm so tired, but you ever need a tool you want to review, let me know. I'll send it to you. Okay. My email's in my description, Nick. If you want to email me, and we can talk about maybe what you have, and maybe we can make it happen. I'll send it back. I'll pay for the shipping and stuff. Well, why are you live now and talking to me? I can't even be live. I can't be live and watching somebody else's live and talking to them. What up, LFL? Yeah, this is Nico James. This is on our merch store. Our link is also in our description. Actually, Juan just put the link up. Christina made this. And we got this merch available in our merch store, the Tool Squatch merch store. It says Tool Squatch down here and subscribe. There's all kinds of other merch on there. Tools with Souls merch. Very reasonably priced too. You know, I think we're charging anywhere from $13 to $20 for a t-shirt. We're not making that much money. We're just doing it so that you guys can have merch to buy. Yeah, we got in all kinds of colors. We also got hoodies, hats, stickers, what else? Coffee mugs. We got it all, buddy. So you survived Clinton and Obama. Obama is the reason why there's massive division in this country. That's all I'm going to say. Have a good night. Okay. Good night, Steve. Thank you, Nico. Thank you. I'm around younger relatives. Anything less explicit? I'll hide it. You ready? Let's just put the tape measure up there. We'll hide that there. No, I got my my learning with Juan. We've learned nothing from Juan shirt in the wash, and my PTP shirt should be here sometime within the next few days. Sasquatch, you got a point. I'm gonna go and check my chat. Hopefully someone is here now. All right, brother. Thank you for stopping in. I'm in the remodeling business. Do you have the same type of work? I see that you take pride in your tools as well. Yes, I take a lot of pride in my tools, and I take care of them. No, yeah, good, Sharush. I'm glad. I'm in the automotive business. I work at Pep Boys, part-time. And I own 2 bowling pro shops. If you look at a lot of my lives, I've shown how to drill bowling balls and the big drill press that I use. And I work with epoxies and I do woodworking on the side. That's kind of what I'm in. Yeah, John. We got. It isn't just this shirt. There's plenty of other tools with Tool Squatch search available. It's just not this one. I told Christina this one was kind of a little probably explicit, but it's up there. I know Steve Ott bought one. He loves the quality. Do you enjoy mechanical work? I remodel house full-time most of the time, rebuild. Oh, you rebuild Best Westerns? Guess what? My wife was the manager of a Best Western for, geez, babe, how many years? 10, 15 years you were the manager at Best Western? That's where we stay when we go out on the road. We stay in Best Westerns all across the country. That's pretty cool. And you're a part-time locksmith. Huh. That's cool. Do I enjoy mechanical work? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't enjoy working at Pet Boys. And I don't know if that has more to do with the company more than the work. But I will tell you this. Learning that stuff, I'm kind of proud of it that I know how to do a lot of that stuff. And, it does save you a lot of money. You ain't got to pay somebody $100 an hour to do it. You can just do it yourself. It has been rewarding in that way, I'll say. Yeah, so you're just outside of St. Louis. We live in Niagara Falls, New York. Did we say in the South City one? We've been to St. Louis probably 6, 7 times for various bowling tournaments and stuff. Well, it's happening there, Nico. I just replaced the oil cooler, had to tear apart the whole engine to do it. And now I think a head gasket's starting to go on the Jeep, so we gotta get in there and see if the head gasket's going. It may not be a head gasket though, it may be the water pump. So we're gonna try putting a water pump on it. Yeah, but I just put all new belts, plugs, new oil cooler, gave it a tune-up, put new coil packs on it because there was a couple of misfires. We don't have a misfire anymore. But I have a funny feeling one of the head gaskets starting to go on it, which I'm not too thrilled about at the moment. Yeah, I know. I know they do. But it's not an easy job, so I understand why they charge what they charge. Head gasket. You got a camera, buddy. Check those cylinders. I know. I will. I just haven't had time to do it yet. I will. I gotta go start breakfast, guys. All right, Roosh. Will you get the new Surge Gen 2? Probably LFL once it comes out. Oh, that's what I wanted to say to you guys. Okay, we're done with the whole what happened with Mr. Kirk there. It was deplorable and disgusting and sickening. And we got to be better as a people, as a country, as a nation, and just start respecting one another. Okay. You guys know Jorgensen? You know, the clamp maker. They make chisels, drill bits. You know, Jorgensen. Hold on. I got Jorgensen stuff. Hold on. Guys, remember when I showed you these chisels a few weeks ago? The Jorgensen chisels? Well, I opened up my email yesterday, and what do you know? There was an email in there from Jorgensen. They are sending me their new drill bits that they just came out with. They're also sending me a kit of Bosch drill bits, and they want me to do a comparison video between Bosch and their company. Now, I'm just going to tell you outright, they are paying me $50 for my materials, the wood I'm going to need, and all that type of stuff. And I will have an affiliate link so that every sale that goes through, I get 20% of that. But I also told them, if they don't beat out the Bosch, I'm going to say it. And they had no problem with it. They said, we don't even want to look at the video. You do the video and post it. And your opinion is your opinion. I said, great. So they're sending me all that stuff. So be on the lookout for the Jorgensen drill bits. I don't know if they're sending paddle bits or if they're sending like twist bits. Let's see. What are they? Well, it says that they're made in China, and it says their address is in New Jersey. So no, unfortunately, they're not German. But Bosch is German, yes. That's probably what Bosch is German, yes. It's made in Germany, yes. Do you, Jamie? You like them? I tell you what, them Jorgensen clamps, every time I'm in Lowe's, I walk by them and I go, man, they just look nice, you know? But I haven't pulled the trigger on them, because if I'm going to spend $40 on a clamp, I'm just going to go buy a Bessie. Who knows? Maybe they'll send me their clamps now. So far, I mean, I haven't used the 3/4 inch chisel yet, but I have used the 1/2 inch and 1 inch chisels. I like how the grip is on these. It's like this, it's almost like an epoxy here with like a rubber overmold. It feels really good in the hand, and these got some weight to them. They're not cheap. They actually got some heft to them. And I don't know, I think they do good. I haven't used them that long though, so we got to wait and see how quick they dull and all that type of stuff. But so far, it's very good. For not a lot of money either. It looks like it would be a stand, good in hand, slippery, but has a decent grip. Yeah, they're not slippery at all. You would think it was, but they got this rubber overmold. It really doesn't slip on you. It actually feels really good. But I also got big hands. So these are a little bit fatter. So that's why I think I like them a lot. I think the clamps are on clearance now. Maybe Klein clamps coming. Yeah, that sucks. The fact that Lowe's is getting rid of Bosch bits is just stupid. That's the best bits that they have in store. I mean, holy moly. I mean, Josh, you're the best. Gonna go to bed and not sleep. Okay. See you later, bro. The engine that is in my Mercury, my 2004 Mercury Grand Marquis. It is so easy to work on, the 4.6. The 4.6 V8. Everything is so easy to work on that car, bro. And it's just not the engine. That whole car is easy to work on. Shocks pop off with 2 bolts. Brakes are easy. Everything is easy on that car and very easily accessible. The only thing that's not that easily accessible is the stupid oil filter. For some odd reason, that's a pain in the ass on that car. I'm going to text you about Jorgensen. Oh boy. Is it good or bad, Dave? I just talked about recent world events there, Saro 300. I'm not going to get back into them. I think we all got it off our chest, and that's about as much politics as I'm going to talk about on this channel. Good, Dave. Good. Well, go ahead. Say it in the comments if you can. Go ahead. Let other people know about it, bud. Whether it's good or bad. Yeah, when this is over, just go back and watch it. My friend's name is Joe Jorgensen. Yeah, you can like Trump, Nico. I mean, that's fine. I voted for Trump, in the first and second election. Do I agree with everything he says or does? No, I think he's kind of a buffoon, and he kind of creates a lot of issues with his big fat mouth. But that's as far as I'm going to go. But people can like whoever the hell they want to like, and I'm not gonna sit there and tell you yes or no. If you're a Biden supporter, Obama supporter, Clinton, Hillary Clinton, whatever, I'm not gonna. It is what it is. That's who you feel was best fit to run the country. That's fine. That's your God-given right to vote for that person. So that's your opinion, and I don't, like I said before, I don't judge people based off of who they voted for. If I did that, me and my wife wouldn't be fucking married. Yeah, me neither, Nico. I think he creates a whole hell of a lot of mess by blurting shit out all the time. I think he should just do his job. He does it fairly well, but he ruins all that with his mouth and his fingers. Yeah, they say opposites attract. Of course they do, but being attracted to somebody and being able to live with them for 20 years, that's a whole nother thing, right? Crown Victoria, Grand Marquis, John Doe, Chevy, $10, 2007, and pass, bros, question, bud. I don't know what that means, Juan. Can you rephrase that? I'm serious. I don't know what you're talking about there. It has not come close. She talks more shit than anybody. D89, that's a Bond car Apache. What did Jamie True say? $5 drills, Mrs. Squatch. Yep, she's my wife. No, I'm the lucky guy. John Doe wanted to know mechanics' favorite vehicles. Oh, well, I tell you what, my Mercury Grand Marquis, the thing's so fucking easy to work on, that 2004. It's so easy to work on. And then you go try and work on a car today, and it's just like, why? Like, why? We were at Seneca Lake at the Bellhurst Castle, spending the weekend there, and I proposed to her off of Seneca Lake. Yeah, I know. And I thought did I answer it, John? My favorite car to work on is my car, a 2004 Mercury Grand Marquis. Just because of how easy it is to replace anything on that car and how durable it is and how it will, if you take care of that car, it will run forever. We just got, I did a video how we just got the whole body primered up and got all the body work done, ready for paint. John Doe, look at him. He has Ford faces kind of guy. I'm not, though. I'm not. That's the only Ford I've ever owned. Let's see. Dodge Charger, Chrysler 300, all-wheel drive with the 5.7 Hemi, the Jeep Grand Cherokee. My first car was a Dodge Dakota extended cab with the 5.3 Magnum V8 in it. That was my first. I bought that thing cash. I love that thing. So in reality, I'm more of a Dodge guy than anything, but I hate to say it. Ever since Stellantis bought Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, their vehicles suck. Oh yeah, and the Pontiac G6, which was by far the worst car we have ever owned. The worst. That car fucking sucked. And I don't know how I fit in it to this day. I guess I was more flexible back in my younger years. If you tried to get me in a Pontiac G6 every day now and drive it around, I would literally kill somebody. Well, that's good, Dave. I just saw it pop up here. I only saw the first part of it. But yeah, that's good, Dave. I'm happy for you. That's good. What the fuck is the difference between learning and earning with one? Bro, Nico, that car glides to this day. I took my mother-in-law home, I don't know, it must have been last year when we were leaving a wedding or something. I took her home and I had the Mercury with me and we were driving down the road and she goes, this thing still drives amazing. I go, I know, it drives better than my Jeep Grand Cherokee. It does, it just glides. You know what? In my car, it's like 99% original, everything on it. The only stuff that isn't original on it, I had to change out the ball joints on it. I had to change out the back shocks. Other than that, everything else on that car is 100% original, straight from the factory. Still going strong, 162,000 miles. I just drove it yesterday. I don't know, John. I guess everybody has a difference of opinion, you know. But for my money, yes, those Crown Victorias, like 2005 and earlier Crown Vics, Grand Marquis, Lincoln Town cars, they were all very easy to work on. No, Ford shouldn't have discontinued. I don't know why they did. I mean, it gets hard. That's why we bought the Jeep Grand Cherokee, because when we were shopping for a car, I'm a car guy. I'm not an SUV guy, okay? Or a minivan guy, or even a big truck guy. I hate big trucks. You want to know why? Because you got to pay all that gas. The tires cost a fortune. The brakes cost a fortune. It's not that I don't like a big truck. It's the upkeep of the big truck. The oil changes on them trucks are $200. You know, the oil costs a lot of money because you got to use so much of it. What are dimensions on the piece of metal? Oh, Christina must be getting old laser engraver ready to go. For the tool Squatch sign that we're making with the laser engraver. Let's see. It's 16 by 18 inches. That's what it says. I mean, sorry, 6 by 18 inches. Sorry. $16 gauge sheet metal. Yeah, Toyotas, they'll do last a while, but I tell you what, I fucking hate working on them. I just don't like working on them. They are comfortable. They are. I just, when I'm buying a car, I'm thinking about, okay, I'm going to have to buy tires that cost $2,000 maybe 2 or 3 times in its lifetime. Because you guys don't realize, I probably drive 40,000 miles a year on my vehicles. So I'm changing tires every year and a half, 2 years. So I'm going to have to spend $2,000 every year on tires with a truck. I'm going to have to probably double my gas money. If it needs brakes, you're going to triple, quadruple it. You know what I mean? So that's when I'm buying a car, that's what I look at. Like, how much is it going to cost me to maintain this vehicle while I have it? And the cars that are cheap to maintain, but yet still durable, those are the ones I like. Yeah, because those Toyota Tacomas, they're not easy to work on. And for some odd reason on Toyotas, once they get a little rusty, man, trying to break bolts off and replace stuff, I mean, it takes you so long. Yeah, salt does destroy everything. But if you take care of it, it won't destroy it. You know what I mean? If you put the... Guys, I'm going to give you a tip right now. If you live in the Northeast or the Rust Belt, listen up. Do not get that rubber, whatever, tough coat, undercarriage bullshit done to your car. You want to know why? Because the guys that apply that stuff, they don't get into the nooks and the crannies of the frame. okay? And there'll be rust and moisture in there, okay? And then they put that rubberized coating over it, right? Now that moisture and rust is trapped in there, and it's going to rot your frame away even more. What you do is, if you live in this part of the country, you take it to a guy that sprays the whole frame and the whole undercoating with oil. It's like an oil substance. And I tell you what, your frame will not rot out if you do that once every year before winter. If you go, I think it's like $100 they charge. They put it up on the lift. They got the oil gun, and you watch them, and they literally douse the whole underneath with oil. They let it drip a little bit until it's done dripping, and then boom, you're good to go. Your car is protected for that winter, and you don't have to worry about it. Josh is in New York. Oh boy, that ended fast. Meth Patchy has returned. Hands on America. Oh God. I'm gonna put Hands on America into. He keeps talking about his Eagles. And I warned him. I warned him. He just don't wanna. There. You get a 10-second timeout just because you're an Eagles fan. What's with the title? Well, in the first part of the video, we were talking about what happened today and how disgusting it is. Two-ply minimum, or I send it back. Winning is offensive. No, I was just playing with you. I was just playing with you. But I do hate the city of Philadelphia. If I never saw the city of Philadelphia ever again, I would not be sad about it. And I got reasons. I got my reasons, okay? The ball drilling or some football stuff? No, nobody. About Charlie Kirk being assassinated today while he was holding an event at Utah Valley State College. Some wacko shot him from 200 yards away. I don't know if you know that happened. Josh is trying to avoid meeting VCG. What do you mean, avoid meeting VCG? What do you mean? VCG don't want to meet me. Oh, yeah, he lives in Philadelphia. That's even more reason to hate that city. Because that freaking goober lives there. That should be enough proof that Philadelphia sucks. Because they got that poor sorry sap. I heard VCG has a meet and greet. Yo, guys, we should all, go to one of VCG's meet and greets and show up all wearing Tools with Souls and Tools with Big Josh merch. and then fucking wreak havoc when we get there. We could call him the game changer. Oh, come on, Cuzbo. Or how about this? I call it a spaddle bit. Some people call it a spade. Some people call it a paddle. Well, I call it a spaddle. Or his freaking idiot brother, Clint or Kirk or whatever the fuck his name over there at Total Tool Zone or whatever his name is with his Milwaukee and his VCG is great for content creators. Yeah, it gives us shit to talk about. Okay, you ready, Christina? You ready? Tool Squatch, our logo. Tool Squatch with the little woodsy background, right? Tool Squatch with maybe if you can get the little Tool Squatch guy in there. Let's start there and work our way up. What's with the Philly hate? What did Philly do to you? Oh, they did a lot to me on my birthday in April 16th, 2011, when my Buffalo Sabres made the playoffs and they had to face the Philadelphia Flyers, and my then lovely girlfriend got me tickets to go watch my Buffalo Sabres in the playoffs in Philadelphia. And I'll just leave it there and let your mind take it wherever you want it to be taking it. And I guarantee you, whatever comes in your mind, what actually happened to me was 20 times worse. See you, Dave. No, and Philly cheesesteaks, they're not that good. They're just not. All it is stale bread, chopped up steak, and Cheese Whiz. Any idiot could make that. Just gonna put it out on a limb. The Clid Zone. Oh, Patchy, I love you, man. No, but seriously, guys, I think we should all get together one day. You know, my regulars, you know, and it'll be hard for Sharush because he lives, like, in another country. But, like, Apache, Denny of Fools, Steve Ott, you guys know who you are. LFL, John Doe. Juan lives in another country too, so it'll be hard for him. But you know, all of us, I think we should all set a date. And we should all go and get tactics, and we should all go see Souls. Because, you know, he can't travel anymore. Do you not think he would be happy if we all just showed up and say, hey, we're here to hang out? I think he would love it. I think he would love it. How much did I lose on the bet? There was no bet. Kansas. We could all just meet up. It could be like a day or two long. We can all get hotel rooms or whatever. We can all go to dinner and all that type of stuff and actually meet each other face to face and all that. I think that would be cool. Rooms with by the hour rates? No, by the night. He'll shoot us. he would see the convoy coming up to his house, right? And he'd come out with his fucking 30-06 or something, ready to blow us all away. I mean, if you want a negative 5-star motel Apache, go nuts. I'm not trying to bring pugs home. All right, guys, it's getting late here. I still got to shoot a couple of shorts, and I got to go upstairs and help the wife with this, the second video on the laser engraver. We're going to be engraving the Tool Squatch logo on this, and we're going to make this a sign for the shop. You can be in and out, done and showered in 40 minutes. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I will see everybody Friday at 9 p.m. I'm trying to think what we're going to do Friday at 9 p.m. We'll probably do something with tools. We'll run some tools or whatever. I know you guys like watching all that stuff. But don't forget, guys, get some merch. Juan put the link in there 100 times. The link is also on my channel. Respect each other, love each other, and let's end all this nonsense hate over politics. It's just not worth it, guys. All right, man. See you later.